Hi everyone, so I'm back to talk today about one of the most common questions that I get asked as a massage therapist, which is what is the difference between Swedish deep tissue and sports massage? So, in basic terms, Swedish is, your more relaxing spa type general massage. Deep tissue does what it says. It just works a bit deeper into those tissues, and tends to kind of focus on groups of muscles. And your sports, again, tends to be, not always, but generally tends to be a much firmer massage, and the focus is on specific muscles or specific tendons, and it really looks at the attachment points of those muscles and tendons in the body. So that's the basic answer. But to be honest, you could ask 10 different therapists and they'll probably all give you a slightly different answer. So there are quite a few similar, techniques in the different types of massage. But the reasons for having whichever specific type of massage, the reason for these treatments, may well be different. Swedish massage certainly promotes that psychological well-being, stress reduction, relaxation, and it does that by applying very long, slow, gentle strokes, which then stimulates the release of those feel-good endorphins. There are, as you will know if you've watched my video on the physical benefits, there are certainly numerous physical benefits of Swedish, which boosts the circulatory system, the immune system, the digestive system, and of course the musculoskeletal system. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on those. If you want to find out more, then you can watch the videos of physical and psychological benefits of massage. As I say, Swedish massage really offers a more general treatment of the body, with the ability to work a little bit deeper if it's needed, where there are areas of increased muscle tension. And certainly Swedish, you can adapt according to a client's medical needs or whatever it may be, just as you can really with any other form of massage. Sports massage incorporates similar techniques to Swedish. Certainly if you, for example, are treating a marathon runner, if you do a pre-event massage, you're going to just really be wanting to warm up the muscles. So you're going to be using a lot of those effleurage techniques, the kneading techniques, the tapotement, the real kind of fast sort of stimulating techniques to really get those muscles warm. And I will be doing a video in the future on the difference between pre-event maintenance and post-event sports massage, so that you can understand the difference in those massages and the difference in the techniques that would be used. But the main difference is that a sports massage, as I say, it tends to focus on a particular either group of muscles or a specific muscle, and the attachment points of that muscle. And it will certainly involve greater pressure to enable the therapist to work deeper into those muscles, to look at areas of where there's been injury or scar tissue, or whatever the case may be. And it's working deeper into these tissues in this way that then produces greater effects. If you've got someone who has maybe had shoulder impingement, Swedish massage really isn't going to touch that. And it's certainly not really going to help, if you've got a compressed nerve as a result of that impingement. So the way that sports is carried out, in this more specific manner with, more pressure and a more focused approach will really help, in cases like that, in dealing with that nerve problem. What are the benefits of sports massage? So one of the main benefits is that it helps reduce muscle tightness, helps reduce tension and stiffness, and therefore can help reduce muscle pain, as I say, when there's been an injury in particular. It will also work on reducing adhesions in the body and scar tissue, again from injuries, but also if you've had surgery, and it does this by there's certain techniques that you can use that break down the cross fiber connections in the muscle. So again, just working that bit deeper, and just using slightly different techniques. Sports massage can also, as I said, address specific sports injuries, and act as a preventive measure from happening, from that injury happening again in the future. But it also can help deal with areas where there is inflammation, helping to assist with the recovery process, whether that be following exercise, just to prevent your DOMS, or whether it be recovery from a specific injury, or even surgery. So yeah, it can also help with faster healing time for things like strains and sprains, and it does that by basically helping to improve the blood flow, and again, assist with that inflammation process. And yeah, just helping with a greater range of motion, which again, if you're, more flexible and you're maintaining the strength and tone of your muscles, that's in itself is going to help prevent injury in the future. Now, although sports massage, it is more suitable for athletes, it's actually not just set aside for someone who, goes down the gym every day to do their workout, or is in the local football team or whatever. It's actually really good for those who have sort of highly stressful lifestyles or jobs. And I'd say actually a good percentage of my sports massage clients actually, are people who maybe have desk jobs, and they have that repetitive motion, and really build up a huge amount of tension around the back of the neck leading into the shoulder. Sports massage is great for that. Or it could be something like a new mum who, holding baby, that extra weight can cause, again, sort of like an overuse type injury, or other muscles can start to compensate where she's, always holding baby on one side. And so it just addresses such issues, probably more effectively than a Swedish massage would. Now, it's not that, one type of massage is better than another. It's going to vary from person to person. Everyone has different issues, different needs. different preferences in just how they like a massage to be carried out. So it's really just a case of matching, the specific type of massage and techniques used to that particular client and what they want on that specific day. Every treatment has its advantages and its disadvantages. So this again is where, you make sure that you see, a qualified and experienced therapist who will be able to tell you, and advise on the best, type of treatment for your needs. Swedish massage would certainly be more suited to anyone who suffers again from high stress levels, just to help if it's just sort of a case of they want to unwind, they want to relax, then yeah, Swedish will probably do the job better. Whereas sports, would benefit those recovering from an injury or preparing for a triathlon, or just have a lot more knots in their muscles that they want to get rid of. So they are the main differences. One thing that I will also say is that, some people, when they go for a massage, they really want that relaxing experience. They don't want to kind of be asked lots of questions and be engaged in conversation. And so again, the sports or the deep tissue kind of work better for that, because with a sports massage, you kind of have to ask questions sometimes as you go, to really get a better idea. Quite often you won't see exactly how much tension is there or exactly where it is until you get into a specific muscle. Sometimes on first palpation, there may seem to be no issue with the shoulder, for example, but then once you warm the muscles up and get in there, you may find that knots will appear, and you may need feedback from the client on that. So it's important that clients realise, a sports is not going to be that sort of relaxation experience. But also, one of the other issues that I want to address in this video about sports massage is that, you can experience bruising following a sports massage, which, if you've not had a sports massage before, it can be quite unexpected, although your therapist should inform you that this, may well happen. So in the first couple of days after having a sports massage, you may feel bruised, and even more so if it's your first sports massage. It's kind of that I've never had a client who's had visible bruising. It's more of a feeling like you overdid it in the gym the day before. If you're getting like a lot of visible bruising, I would say you need to either change your massage therapist or have a discussion with them, because that could really be down to poor technique more than anything else. But no, so this bruising really occurs due to lactic acid, stagnant blood, toxins being flushed out of the tissues, which allow the fresh supply of blood, to come into that muscle. When this stagnant blood and all these toxins and lactic acid and lymphatic fluid, they all build up in the muscle tissue, maybe due to stress or inflammation or whatever it may be. And it will make the muscle appear to be inflamed, and this is where you get your muscle knot. That's what the knot is. So the way that I explain to my clients about muscle knots is, if you can imagine 2 sheets of paper and you put a blob of super glue in between the two, and then you try to move the sheets of paper in opposite directions, likelihood is that the paper is going to tear. And it's a similar principle with your muscles. You get this build-up of lactic acid, toxins, and stagnant blood and lymph fluid, and it all clumps together into this kind of sticky blob. And it sticks two sheets of muscle fibres together, hence forming your knot. And so when you then go to move a certain way and the muscle fibres, go to move, you're going to get that pulling. And just as with the paper, the sheet of muscle fibres may well tear, and that's how you get a muscle injury or, strains. So when you have a sports massage, basically it will help break up these knots, these lumps of basically dead fluids and tissue. It will help disperse those waste products, but it causes breaks in the capillaries, which is why you may then get the bruising. But by doing this, it allows fresh blood to then come and flow back into the tissues, bringing with it the oxygen and nutrients, which is going to help heal those tissues after injury, or help them to recover from, a hard workout. So, it's actually a good thing that you're kind of breaking the capillaries, and but the bruising actually should really only last for a few days. Usually I'd say sort of 24 hours. I've had particularly firm massages, and have felt kind of bruised for sort of 2, possibly up to 3 days afterwards. But I've still been able to feel the benefits in terms of increased range of movement, for example, or, sort of signs that the nerve compression, I myself had shoulder impingement with nerve compression, so I could still tell that that nerve was no longer compressed. So you will still feel the benefits, but it's just something to be aware of, when you have a sports massage, and particularly if it is going to be a very firm massage. Just to be aware that you may have a bit of a bruised feeling a little while afterwards. But as I say, sort of if you are a regular with sports massages, you'll probably find that actually, after the first sort of, few treatments, you won't even notice it. So, yeah, just something to be aware of. So, that is the main difference between Swedish and sports massage. But I will, through future videos, be talking a lot more about benefits of sports massage, and also just how massage in general can help with injuries and medical problems and all the rest of it. So, but for now, that's all. So, as always, any questions, please feel free to contact me through my Facebook or Instagram, and I will do my best to answer your questions. But for now, from me, it is goodbye, and I will see you next time. Bye.